If you've got your first Ozempic pen sitting in the fridge right now, watch this before you use it. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Most people's first week is way rougher than it needs to be. The nausea, the constipation, the exhaustion, and almost all of it is avoidable. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 5 things that decide whether week 1 goes smoothly or makes you want to quit. These aren't complicated. You can set all 5 up today before you click that pen. But the order matters, and number 1 is the single thing I see new patients skip, the one that separates great results from a disaster. So if you want a smooth start instead of a miserable one, stick with me. Number 1, protein from day 1. If you just started Ozempic and your plan is to eat less of everything, stop. You might be losing the wrong kind of weight. Here's what almost nobody tells you before that first shot. Ozempic starts killing your appetite within a week or 2. And that feels amazing. So what do most people do? They eat less of everything. Less food, fewer calories, and yes, the scale drops fast. But underneath, something's going wrong. When you lose weight without enough protein, a huge chunk of what you're losing isn't fat, it's muscle. And muscle is the last thing you want to give up. It's what keeps you strong and keeps your metabolism running. So here's the fix, and it's dead simple. From your very first shot of Ozempic, make protein the priority at every single meal, and eat it first before anything else on your plate. Your appetite is going to tap out fast, so if you start with bread or rice or fries, you'll be full before you ever touch the protein your body actually needs. A solid target most people aim for is around 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. Now let me make this real. Because 25 to 30 grams means nothing if you can't picture it on a plate. Here's how much protein is in everyday foods. 1 egg gives you about 6 grams, so a 3-egg breakfast is around 18. A cup of plain Greek yogurt is about 15 grams. A palm-sized piece of chicken is about 30 grams. The same size piece of fish, like salmon or tuna, is around 25 grams. Half a cup of beans is about 8 grams of protein. And half a cup of cottage cheese is about 13 grams protein. So how much do you need in a day? While you're on Ozempic, most people do well aiming for somewhere between 60 and 100 grams a day. Here's the easy way to hit it. Build every meal around 1 solid protein. Eggs at breakfast, chicken or fish at lunch and dinner, yogurt or cottage cheese for a snack. Eat the protein first, before anything else. Do that and you protect your muscle while the fat comes off, which is the whole point. This one habit is the single biggest thing separating people who end up lean and strong from people who lose the weight but hate what they see in the mirror. Get it right from shot number 1 and your future self will thank you. Number 2, eat smaller and slower. If Ozempic is making you feel sick, the good news is you can usually fix it yourself. Here's the first thing to know. A little nausea is normal, especially in the first few weeks. It's not a sign something's wrong. It usually just means the dose is doing its job and your stomach is adjusting. So don't panic. But you also don't have to just suffer through it. While on Ozempic, do you know what the number 1 cause of nausea is? Eating too much and too fast. Ozempic slows your stomach down so food sits longer. If you eat a big plate quickly, your stomach gets overwhelmed and you feel awful. So slow down. Take smaller portions, eat slowly, and stop the moment you feel satisfied, not stuffed. That one change fixes most people's nausea. Next, watch what you eat. Greasy, fried, and heavy fatty foods are the worst offenders. They sit in your stomach the longest and make the sick feeling much stronger. So in your first week, skip the fried chicken, the pizza, the creamy sauces. Stick to lighter and simpler meals. Bland is your friend right now. Think soups, crackers, rice, or grilled chicken. One more thing. If the nausea turns into vomiting that won't stop, or you can't keep fluids down, that's your signal to call your doctor. But for everyday queasiness, eat small, eat slow, eat light. It really is that simple. Number 3, the role of hydration and fiber. Here's a side effect of Ozempic nobody warns you about, and it can sneak up fast. This side effect is constipation. Ozempic works by slowing down your digestion. That's what keeps you full and makes you eat less. But that same slowdown also makes food move slower through your gut, and you get constipation because of it. So get ahead of it from day 1. There are two simple things that can handle this. First, water. Aim for about 8 glasses a day. And yes, that sounds like a lot, but when your appetite drops, your thirst often drops with it, so you have to be intentional. Keep a water bottle nearby and sip all day. A good trick to further boost the effects of Ozempic is to drink a full glass of water before every meal. It helps your digestion and helps with nausea too. Second, fiber. You need it, but here's the key. Pick a fiber you actually like, or you won't stick with it. That could be oats, berries, beans, veggies, or a fiber supplement. Just one good source a day makes a difference. Water and fiber, every single day, starting now. Do this before constipation hits, and you'll skip the worst part of week 1 entirely. Number 4, build your week 1 kit. Here's something almost nobody does, and it's the reason so many people quit Ozempic in the very first week. They quit because of one bad day. The nausea hits, they don't feel like eating, there's nothing easy in the house, so they grab whatever's around, and it makes everything worse. Sound familiar? Here's how you avoid that day completely. Before you ever take your first shot, you build what I call your week 1 kit. Think of it like packing a parachute before you jump. You set it up now, so when a rough day comes, you're ready. So what goes in it? 4 things. Bland, easy foods like crackers, rice, and broth for when your stomach is unsettled. Electrolytes to keep you from getting dehydrated. Ginger, whether tea, chews, whatever you like, because it really does calm nausea. And a few high-protein options you don't have to cook, like yogurt or a protein shake for the days you can't face the kitchen. That's it. Stock those 4 things this week before you need them, because here's the truth. The people who succeed on Ozempic aren't tougher than everyone else. They just prepared. They removed the willpower from the equation entirely. Set up your kit today, and that rough day in week 1, you'll barely feel it. Number 5, pick your injection day carefully, not randomly. This last tip might sound small, but choosing the right day for your shot can turn a rough week into an easy one. Here is something most people don't realize. With Ozempic, side effects like nausea and tiredness usually feel strongest in the first day or 2 after your shot, especially during the early weeks. This means the day you inject should not be chosen at random, but planned around your life. Since your hardest days come right after the injection, it makes sense to schedule your shot so those difficult days land on your time off instead of your work days. For example, if your weekends are free, you can take your shot on Friday evening after work. That way, if you feel a little unwell on Saturday, you are already at home where you can rest, instead of pushing through a work day while feeling sick. Once you have chosen your day, try to keep it the same every week, and set a reminder on your phone so you never have to wonder whether you already took your dose. You should also know what to do if you ever miss a dose, because at some point you probably will. The rule for Ozempic is simple. If you remember within 5 days of the missed shot, take it as soon as you can. But if more than 5 days have passed, skip that dose and just take your next one on its normal scheduled day. Your pharmacist can walk you through the details for your situation, but now you already know the basics. When you choose a smart day and make it a routine, your first week will be much easier. So there you have it. These are the 5 things that make your first weeks on Ozempic far smoother, and this is the real takeaway. A smooth start on Ozempic is not about luck, and it is not about willpower. It comes down to preparing before you ever take that first shot. If this video helped you, I want you to write good in the comments so that I know that this information was good for you and make more videos around it. Now, before you take your very first shot, there is one important thing you really should check. For about 1 in 10 people, Ozempic may not work. There is a simple way to find out if that could be you, and I explain it in my next video, so go and watch it next.